And
there you go. That's the new style, right?
yeah, I don't know about that.
And cut.
I just let it start growing and just kind of didn't know when to stop. It's been long and it's long enough. It's long enough. I got a lovely wife at home that's just ready for me to look like I used to. So yeah, even if all this time to grow, I just never had a plan for the end. I've had it short most of my life, so I guess short again. Cool. You know, but enough to where it's not just sticking out like a chia pet or something.
Yeah. How long has it been without a cut?
Man, I really don't remember. I'm thinking at least 2 years, 3 years, maybe. I think I might get sick. Y'all find me at the end of the day. I'll be outside with a bunch of empty Lone Star cans, crying with my hair. So driving up here, I felt like I was turning myself into the federales, you know.
My powers!
There she goes. Holy cow. Wow. Well, that's something.
Yeah, right now we're just setting the shape up top, just reducing some of that weight. We're gonna take off the all this bulk here on the sides and some clipper over comb action. You tell your friend that you're chopping your hair off?
Yeah, they knew. Well, they didn't know they don't know what I'm coming home with, but they knew it was gonna be shorter. So.
Surprise!
It's like signing up for an amputation or something.
No, I'm not ready.
No, I wasn't ready.
Kenny, the guy who cuts my hair, you know, man, he's like my brother, so I'm always gonna be here for him. I'm always support his business and whatever ventures he goes into, I'm always gonna be there for him.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a mid fade, skin on the side and on the top. I wanna bring it down enough to where I can still style it, but not really worry about it too much.
When's the last time you had a haircut?
Probably about 4 or 5 months ago.
All right, so it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take a 2 up to the square of the head to debulk a little bit, you know, so I can start seeing, you know, the transition that I want to make in the fade and everything. Then we'll go ahead and set our bob line after that.
You getting married soon?
Yeah, proposed in December, and we're getting married September 4th.
Is that why you're growing your hair? Is that why you want longer hair on top for the wedding coming up?
No, I still don't know what I'm gonna do about that. You're gonna have to help me with that one.
We'll definitely take care of that.
We'll
have to film that one too.
I might not cut my hair for like another until that.
No, please come in and get your haircut between there. Yeah. Maybe most guys can't relate to this at the moment, but yeah, you see these cauliflower ears right here. These are very hard to get around. They feel like rocks. Kevin used to be a professional fighter at one point.
Had over 45 amateur fights. That's including boxing and MMA. But also I've been passionate about it my whole life. I started boxing when I was like 17, took some time off, and now I don't know what I would have done without it.
And then this would be the bald line for Kevin. I'm not gonna take it too high. He likes the more stretched out fade, so. Just because I don't like to go too high at first, and then I can kind of like gauge out, you know, how high I want to take the blend from there. But just gonna give myself a little room under that one.
I've always struggled, I think, to find somebody that can consistently do a good job. I've got a pretty ugly head with some pretty wild hair over the top of it. I've been following Chris around town for about 5 years now, and he rocks. He always takes care of business.
Let's cut some hair, man.
I've been trying to convince my wife I need a mullet.
Oh, get that mullet going, man. There you go, dude. You're like every other Austinite, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are we thinking for the hair today, man?
Probably like a half up the sides and just blend it in, and I'll leave it up to you, man. Take as much or as little off the top as you think looks right.
Okay.
Just a little straighten up there.
Right on.
Yeah.
We don't like it too long in the front, right?
Yeah, it gets a bit curly.
All right, so for Alex's fade, we're going down to a half. since this clip opens to a 1, I close it halfway. And now I'm just kind of going all the way around the head, just like halfway up. So we've tried a skin fade on him in the past. I don't know if his wife wasn't crazy about it, but for some people, going from this little bit of fur to just straight skin on the side, it's just too much, man. So I'm not looking to shock his system or overload him.
We got a bunch
don't
of
want to scare him away from the chair.
So I left Australia about 12 years ago, and I had like a traditional barber back there, but it wasn't quite the barber scene like it is here in the States. I just like the atmosphere around here too. I think a lot of places in Australia are still more a salon feel, whereas we've got a bit more of that fraternal thing going on in barbershops here in the States. Yeah.
My typical move is to open it up all the way after running the 2 and just go straight up. We're actually gonna go above the parietal. We're actually gonna push in a little bit, just to tighten the cut a little bit.
Just doing some connecting here from the top to the sides. Making sure everything flows nice and good.
You know, because it would get into my face and just kind of, but so most of the time I wear a hat. I can dress up again. You know, you kind of, when you have a big beard and long hair, you kind of get stuck in a look, you know. So wearing a suit didn't fit. It didn't look right. So
But
not that I wear a suit that often. But.
Yeah, the taper definitely adds a cleaner look to the cut, in my opinion. Like, how'd you hear about Beardbrand?
I guess through the products. You know, I probably saw the products and then realized it was a Texas company and wasn't that far down the road. So, okay, there's a lot. Long hair has made a comeback. I mean, there's a lot of people with long hair right now. So
post-pandemic,
yeah,
for sure.
And so, you know, the mullets have come back. It's kind of gone crazy, but I guess I'm trying to stay ahead of the curve. Big beards have been popular as well. You know, that's the thing when you have a beard and then you cut it, it's like you miss it. Like, I had one of those. Like I had that.
The wall right there that we have, the cut roulette.
Oh, okay.
We give you like 1 or 2 darts.
And you just get
the haircut it lands on.
Oh man, I better practice my aim. I was part of the original mullet era. So yeah, that OG mullet. Yeah. So when it came back around, I was happy for him, man. That's a strong look. You know. Swimming will be more enjoyable.
No more model shots. You're just like going like this with your hair.
You still practice MMA?
I more so jiu-jitsu. I'll go and do a sparring session every now and again, but for the most part, just jiu-jitsu. And this is the only guy I let touch my hair.
I appreciate
That's why it gets so long.
He's also helped me along the way as well as being one of my victims at barber school when I didn't know what I was doing. Which is funny though, me and him have a story. When we were kids, I tried to give him a haircut at home and I didn't think I was a barber, wasn't gonna be a barber, none of that, but I gave him a cut in my room, me and one of my best friends back in the day. And we did it with some home clippers that were my dad's and just a regular razor blade, like a Gillette like Mach 3, and we gave him a razor fade, and it actually came out pretty good, I'll say, for not knowing what the hell we were doing. But yeah, that's so funny. He's actually one of the first heads I've ever cut in my whole life.
4 hours.
Look down for me a little bit. Yeah, it did take a very long time. And I like to just do my outlines on my C's just a little bit before time, just so it gives me a little bit of structure around the cut. I'm gonna start with a little bit over an inch, and then, you know, that's all we're gonna take off today. It'll be a nice reset for him to be able to grow into, you know, his ideal hairstyle that he's going for. Match that guideline up right there. Take that inch off right there. And I'm just gonna point cut it a little bit, just take a little bit of the edge off.
A lot of my focus is gonna be on the front with the shear. And then as I move back, I'll just do clip over comb for the rest of it. And how I'm cutting the top is I'm finding the guide that I set in the front here. And I'm just cutting everything just a little bit shorter. That's behind it.
I rock a mustache half the time, but a beard is just too much upkeep for me. Yeah. And I don't know how to do it well enough myself. Like when Chris does it, it looks great for a week, but then I can't keep it up. You know? I've probably never given it long enough either. Like to grow it out for a year, it'd be real interesting to see what it'd do. As my wife eventually gets sick of it, and if it's the difference between having a beard and being able to kiss on my wife, I'll shave.
Take making out with the wife every time? Yeah. You're a freak, man. You gotta keep that beard, man. Grab your old money styling bomb. Are you an old money guy, man?
What's that?
Are you an old money guy?
Yeah.
Is that your scent?
Yeah.
Nice. And today I'm working with, I'm gonna say like a large dime size, maybe a nickel man. Completely emulsifying the hands. I mean, you can't even see it now. Just work it in all the way down to the root. I'm sure this is your move every morning, man.
This is it, man.
Nice. We'll send it off to the side a little bit.
Holy cow.
Oh, look, it floats.
There goes my Chris Stapleton look. Have me looking too respectable.
And I'm doing more of a freehand approach to his beard, given the texture of his beard. I don't want to go in there with a guard and like knock out or dig in too much.
Look like I could work at a bank. What happened?
Switching careers here, man.
Damn, outlaw look is gone.
See, I'm gonna put a little bit of sea salt spray.
I could never gear myself to look at pictures of dudes on the internet for hair ideas. So I was just like, y'all leave that to the professionals.
Nathan, do you have a preference as far as beard oil or beard balm on the beard?
Usually I use the balm, but it was, I guess when it was longer, you know, it would help kind of
shape it
a little.
Yeah.
I don't know with this if that's necessary now or.
Yeah, we can still do the balm. This is actually the temple smoke. Just finishing off here with a little bit of the styling balm, that old money, and then I would recommend getting like a comb that has like a little bit wider spacing. I'm using just a vent brush, just to so it's not like pulling and tugging on your hair.
And this is just a brush stroke just through. Like I'm not trying to get everything off at the moment. I'm still gonna lay them back. And I like to start with the back of the jawline when I do a beard trim. It just kind of creates the foundation and the shape for me that I'm looking for. I can just get all these little baby hairs underneath here that are harder to get when he's sitting up. I like to lean out the cheek profile. I know he doesn't like it to be super bulky on the side of the face. So I'm just going with the grain with this one, just kind of knock a little bit of that bulk down. make his mustache a little tighter since he doesn't come in that often. I'm gonna use some Temple Spoke styling balm on him. I think it's gonna be good for what he likes as far as it's not gonna have like a crazy hold to it or anything like that, but it's still gonna have something in it that's gonna manipulate his hair and be able to hold it to the right hand side for him. So typically I'm gonna do about a little bit more than a fingertip, you know what I mean? Maybe a little bigger than a dime size, maybe around there. And then always make sure, put it in your hands, emulsify it, get it real hot, and then just kinda start from the front to the back and just kind of get it in there, you know what I mean? Get it in your hair. And then start, pushing it over to the side that you want to style it to. Get in the bangs and everything. I'm gonna brush it over for him.
Well, there's a lot of hair missing, but yeah, it was good. I mean, I'm glad I did it. It was fun growing it out, and this is a good change. Good products, good people, good haircuts.
Chris knows my head well enough at this point that, I think he knows what he needs to clip and trim to make it easy for me, because I am pretty lazy about it. I'm not putting a whole lot of time into things. He always makes me look good with minimal effort. I always have a good time and I always get a good cut. They're good dudes, and they do a really good job, and the attention to detail is great.
Music's good, they treat you right, man, and it's real laid back. Some barbershops that you go to, it's a little more intimidating, but this place has the right vibe. You come in here and yeah, I like it.
Whoever knew sweat could smell so good? I did, because I've been using Beardbrand's new deodorant. Grab it at beardbrand.com.